oh, who's it gonna be? And then I saw you and I was like, oh my gosh!
Surprise!
If this is your first time here, we're Eric and Brittany Highland, and along with our 7-year-old son Caspian, we're attempting to drive around the entire world in our home, a 2021 Jeep Gladiator we call Dauntless. Our goal at Hourless Life is to give you a first-person point of view so that you feel like you're actually with us on this incredible journey. So if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to take you around the world with us. In our last video, we took you with us to Moab, Utah, and took you down memory lane as to how we got into overlanding, and we took you on a trail run where Caspian drove for the very first time. We also took you to Overland Expo, which was a massive event with 30,000 people that we presented at, and it was a ton of fun. If you missed that video, we'll link it here. In this video, we'll start in Corpus Christi, Texas with family, fly back to Phoenix, Arizona, pick up Guardian, and drive to Flagstaff where we'll camp with friends. Then we'll drive to Los Banos, California for even more family time. As always, there's a lot going on. We connect with family and stay at some random, nearly abandoned condo. We get a huge surprise. Brittany gets emotional, so does Caspian. The family home is sold. Then we fly back to Arizona, connect with our friends, Brittany does a cooking show, we play some football, see a UFO, and so much more. So let's get right to it. We just landed in Corpus Christi, and we're getting picked up by family at the airport. Brittany's mom is waiting for us outside. Caspian, are you excited to see Mimi?
Yes.
Yeah? Should we here? All right, let's do it.
It was so great to reunite with my parents in Corpus Christi. My mom drove us back to their fairly new apartment, the one that we helped them move into in December. Caspian caught up with Mimi, my dad showed up, but then the doorbell rang and we were in for a massive surprise.
Got it. Who's there?
What? No way! What? Totally unexpected.
I knew someone was there and I was like, who did mom and dad get to come? And I was like, oh, who's it gonna be? And then I saw you and I was like, oh my gosh!
Surprise!
My parents have been in the process of selling their house for a while now, but they've been getting to the finish line. Before it closed, we wanted to spend a little bit more time there. Caspian was in for a special treat.
Caspian is the very first one who gets to ride in Nunu's convertible. Look at this. You excited, Caspian? I bet you guys are gonna have fun. Bye, Caspian. How was it?
Cool. Apparently this car has turbo drive.
Really?
Yeah, when Nunu got to a certain speed, the turbo engines turned on and we just went oh so fast. Although Nunu would never go into sixth gear. I can't imagine what the speed is in sixth gear with the turbo engines on.
This is the house where I grew up. We moved here when I was 8, so I had my 9th birthday here and then lived here until I was like 20. And it's empty, and it's for sale, and it's sold, and tomorrow it might close. So I'm just looking at it empty, and I have a lot of memories here.
So what are we doing here?
What are we doing here? What are we? Oh, well, because it's closing tomorrow, we're having like a pool party tonight. So that's how we do.
A lot of memories made in this house. A lot of Christmases, Thanksgivings, all the things. And it's so strange that this is the last time we'll be in it. Right down here is Brittany's bedroom when she was a little kid.
We didn't originally plan to do this Phoenix to Corpus Christi flight and back again. The reason that we had to is because my driver's license was expired and Eric's was expiring in a couple weeks on his birthday. So we absolutely had to go to Corpus Christi and renew our licenses in person. It was definitely a big fail, but considering we've been out of the country for 2.5 years and this is the first time that this happened, I feel like we're doing pretty good. Anyway, we had to go wait in line at the driver's license office and go through the process, but it went smoothly and we got it done.
Look who's driving.
Woo-hoo.
She got her driver's license back.
And I didn't drive a single time while my license was expired.
That is not true. That's actually a bald-faced lie. So not only can Brittany drive, but she can also off-road.
I drove one time off-road while my license was expired.
All Now that's true.
Now that my parents aren't living in their house anymore, it makes it a little bit more complicated when company comes to town. They were really kind to try and find somewhere for us to stay for free while we were in Corpus. We are on North Beach outside Corpus Christi, and my parents have like a friend of a friend who's 90 years old who owns a condo on North Beach, and she agreed to let us spend the night here with my brother who's also in town. But then, like, she has a daughter who's in town. She came to run a dehumidifier. When is she leaving? Is she going to dinner? Is she spending the night? Can we stay here? We have no idea. And so it's kind of a big unknown that's very dramatic. And so there's a big search party that's gone upstairs, and we decided not to go upstairs in case the daughter is still here. But we sent our son.
Here comes the crew. Nobody's saying anything. Our son is not with them.
Thumbs up. Awesome. All right, we're a go. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, Brittany said this is like a South American adventure where we don't know where we're going to stay that night. We just like roll up to this random condo on the 8th floor of North Beach?
Yeah.
We spent the night in the weird condo situation and reunited with my parents the next morning. Eric went to get breakfast tacos for us, which is totally a Corpus Christi thing. And then we went back to the house to go swimming because, as you remember, they are selling their house and it was supposed to be closed already. But there have been some delays that mean that we've got to use the pool for a couple days. So that's awesome.
Hey!
We've been having a great time today in the pool.
Uncle Justice is coming for you.
Keelan eat shrimp.
Okay, one more.
Caspian learned how to dive.
Okay, ready?
He's doing fun stuff with Uncle.
1, 2. I'm working out.
Eric's got me. With the new in between. After the pool, we went back to my parents' apartment for some more family time, but we had a little task we had to tackle because my parents are storing everybody's stuff. Oh, hi. Well, there's some stuff to go through. We're trying to make it so that my parents don't have a giant wall of Tupperware containers in their room. Small goals. Being right there on the Gulf Coast, the wind was really strong and it was a perfect day for kite flying.
Gotcha.
Nailed it.
We don't have any nails or a hammer.
Caspian had actually never flown a kite before, and it was so much fun to see him out there, but nobody took the time to explain to him that he didn't have to keep running and running. Does he know that he can stop running? He's having so much fun out in the field, doing such a great traditional little boy activity. We still had a couple days left with my parents, but my brother had to go back home to take care of his own commitments. And when I dropped him off at the airport, the emotions kind of caught me off guard. I just dropped my brother off at the airport. I don't usually cry when I say goodbye to family, but could be a year and a half, so it just feels like a really long time. But hopefully he'll come see us. One of our goals going through the storage at my parents' house was to find Eric's collar devices from his time in military service. Our son Darius is actively serving in the United States Coast Guard, and he just got advanced to 2nd class, and so Eric wanted to find his collar devices to pass down to Darius.
So you remember how your daddy was in the military? These are the actual devices that Daddy used on his collar in his uniform. This is when Daddy was a 3rd class, 2nd class, 1st class, and chief. But these are really special because we have a tradition in the Coast Guard, which is where people give us their devices that they wore. So some of these devices are really old, and we carve our initials on the back of these. And so Daddy's going to take some of his 2nd class crows and bring those to Darius so he could wear some of the same ones that Daddy wore when he was in the military.
Besides swimming pools, one of my dad's other really big things is convertible cars. It was pretty awesome showing up in his convertible in high school. But last year he got a new one and I hadn't driven it yet and I really wanted to. So I'm with my dad in his car and it's a manual and I only learned when I was 19 and I never used it. So he's gonna teach me again, right Dad?
Here we go, kids.
Okay, I'm in neutral right now, so I have to put into gear first.
Right.
Okay, my foot's off the brake. Wait, you're not supposed to turn it off. You're not supposed to turn off. I'm actually driving now.
Yep. Oh, no.
I did it! I did it!
We're moving.
Woohoo! Fun fact. This is the same parking lot where I learned how to drive when I was 16 years old, but not in a manual.
And here she is now, a couple of years later.
Just 2. Thanks, Dad. And while my dad was refreshing me on the intricacies of manual transmission, my mom was at work in her secret lab.
This is Mimi's incredibly world famous Dutch apple pie. And I'm telling you right now, this right here is one of the best things you will ever put in your mouth.
Woohoo,
and
yes.
None of you but our family gets it. Sorry.
Our week with my parents was going really great. With our driver's licenses out of the way, we had nothing to worry about except spending time together. Why, hello. I'm my mother's daughter, Margarita Flight. You see where I get it from. My mom had found a restaurant that she was really excited about, which isn't really like her because usually she just takes care of everybody else and does what they want to do. But she really liked this restaurant because it had margarita flights. I have one and my mom has one. And so she took us there and we had a great dinner with some longtime family friends and just enjoyed our time together. On our last full day in Corpus Christi, we made one final visit to the home where I grew up. It was time to say goodbye. Here we are, our last day at the house where I grew up. This is the bench where my mom has rocked and played with Caspian since he was a newborn baby. They have spent so much time on this bench. And my parents' pool, because they're closing on Tuesday. And it's been amazing to watch Caspian swim. We've only been here a few days and he's doing all kinds of new things that he's never done before. So that has been so awesome to finalize our time here, making some really great memories.
Hi.
Hi, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm a little sad we're not gonna be in this pool, and I'm gonna miss this place. But I'm excited of where they're moving to.
It's early morning on Sunday the 26th, and we are leaving Corpus Christi.
Even on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again.
Now it's time to continue the journey. We're going to head back to Phoenix, pick up Guardian, and then go see our friends, the Hearts. All right, baby boy, we've got to go. Hugs.
It's never easy to part with family, even though we have to do it all the time as part of our full-time travel lifestyle. But I hope that you enjoyed this glimpse into what our family dynamic looks like and how much fun it is when we spend time together.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Here we are on the plane. We have to connect in Houston and then we go back to Phoenix to get back in our Jeep home. It is time to continue our journey around the United States. Touchdown, Houston!
Didn't we do this flight in reverse?
We're on our second and final flight, Houston to Phoenix, and then we'll be on our way.
We have made it to Phoenix. I guess our next flight will be back to Argentina. This time for us has been all about family and friends.
Oh.
Told me get the air on, so I'm gonna go get the air on before we pack up. We just arrived in Prescott. First stop was Trader Joe's. Brittany had to plug in the fridge, and I'm bringing the goodies.
I don't think I got any real food. I feel like I got hummus and pita chips, so if we can live on that, then we're doing good. We are outside of Prescott in the National Forest area where we're hoping to find a site with our friends, but it is Memorial Day weekend and we're pulling in on a Sunday afternoon, so we will see what we will find. Well, I'm super bummed right now. Our favorite camping area outside of Prescott has been closed to camping.
Yeah, it was really disappointing to see that sign. We had talked up this site to our friends. Now we're looking for an alternate.
I know that a lot of parts of the United States have been closed to camping over the last few years, and it's typically due to misuse of some kind. But that's why we need to all tread lightly and work together so that we can keep our trails and keep our public land for camping. Not surprisingly, there were quite a few campers out in the National Forest for Memorial Day weekend, but we were still able to find a great spot where both of our rigs fit, and we really loved spending the next few few nights there, there was a lot of activity at camp. There was grilling, soccer, and football, which actually was Caspian's first time ever playing football. And when we weren't doing those things, Ty and Caspian were playing constantly in the woods. Meanwhile, Eric fired up our new Starlink to give it a try, and he also played with our newest gadget from our wonderful new gear sponsor, Anchor.
It is so good to be back with friends. It's early in the morning. We're up. The Hearts are still waking up. They're parked right next to us, and their Starlink is behind them. And today, I connected our Starlink for the first time out in the field, and it is getting 435 megabytes per second. I told you that we grabbed a last-minute sponsor, and Anchor is the one. We're hopeful that we'll be able to get some small portable chargers to take back with us to Argentina when we head back, but they've been really busy doing shows, and we've been really busy as well. Hopefully we'll connect before we have to leave. Brittany just walked over and said, "We have mice in the Jeep."
Here's the evidence. Kind of gross. Also found some mouse poop in my wine cup.
Brittany just called to me and she said, "Eric." And I said, "What?" She said, "I'm shaving my legs in the woods." What the heck is going on over here, Brittany Stasha?
I have a bucket and it has like a couple inches of water in it. And then I have my razor and my soap and I'm shaving in the woods.
You are so feral.
How else am I supposed to do it? It's not like you got me a shower or anything.
Do we need a new vehicle? Do we got to replace Guardian?
No, I kind of love this. So remember I told you that our favorite campsite was closed to camping, but it's still open to Dave. So we're gonna walk down the hill and go see if we can swim in the creek.
Back away.
A little friend crossing the road. So now there's a bat in the road. We had to walk a lot farther than I remembered walking, but we finally found the pools.
This is definitely the spot.
This is our super secret swimming spot.
I'll go down if anyone will from the Highland family.
So Caspian, how did you enjoy the swimming pool?
Swimming pool? Oh, natural swimming pool. It's pretty cool. There was actually a rock slide.
It was wonderful to share that swimming spot with our friends. Since we were wild camping in the National Forest, we needed to go into town to run some errands, like doing laundry, taking showers, and stocking up on groceries. While we were there, we took the time to browse the shops along the main plaza in Prescott, Arizona.
Brittany has found some earrings for our daughter. We're going to give to her as a present. Of course, I can say this on YouTube because this video won't come out till after we see her.
And after browsing and picking up a few gift purchases for loved ones, we needed to get some food. We're at State 48 Barbecue in Prescott, Arizona. We have so much meat. I don't know how we're going to eat it, but we're going to do our best.
We're a little out of control when it comes to our barbecue. Caspian, what do you think of barbecue?
Give me all of that. I'm good.
We were in Prescott during shoulder season, right as it was going from spring cool to summer hot. And so we needed to find a place to cool down. We're gonna try and get some water time with our friends.
We came out to Watson Lake and found out that it is no swimming, and it is 90 degrees outside. But the concession folks here told us a local spot called Lynx Lake. It's about 17 minutes away. We're gonna hit the Lynx Lake with our friends and see what's over there.
Look at these beautiful pine trees. So the Hart family has 2 inflatable stand-up paddle boards. Look at this lake. Does this even look like Arizona to you? This is incredible. If I'm not mistaken, this is Caspian's first time out on a stand-up paddleboard. He's been in canoes and in kayaks, but never the stand-up paddleboard. What a sweet experience with our friends.
No, sorry, no.
Caspian, fire in the hole! Fire! Ow, Caspian! Caspian!
Bodies cooled down with lots of exercise. We had worked up an appetite for another dinner, so we headed back to camp. Welcome to my cooking show. Welcome to the latest edition of Yes, Brittany Can Cook When She Wants To. Tonight on the menu are chicken fajitas, Taco Cabana style. Yum. Here it is, Taco Cabana style sour cream, guacamole, cilantro, jalapenos, and fajita chicken.
Hi, Sylvie.
Hi, Eric.
Have you been having fun with us?
Yeah, it's been really fun.
What's been your favorite thing that we've done?
Probably the lake or going to dinner together. That was pretty fun too.
What about you, Brittany? What's been your favorite memory of us together?
How do I even pick a favorite? I know, this is like the longest we've ever been together in the US, I think.
It's been awesome. I did really enjoy my spontaneous wine tasting with Anna, but that's one of many favorites. If you've been following the Hourless Life channel for any length of time, then you have seen and heard of the Hart family before. They have become some of our dearest friends, and we always make an effort of meeting up with them whenever we can. Eric spent a lot of time playing football with the kids, and they were a blast to watch. Can't help, I'm taking video, sorry.
All right, let's go.
Where's our support? Eric, get off of it.
Tie. Each night as the sun went down and it started to get cold, we usually made a campfire and we would just sit by the fire and talk for hours. This night was no different, except for when Anna spotted something coming towards us in the night sky.
There is some fuzzy object in the sky. We're all looking at it right now, going, what the heck is that? It's not moving, it's just hovering. It's a very slow moving plane, maybe?
I don't think a plane's supposed to look like that. What is that? You can see it's more condensed now.
What the heck? It's the end of the world as we know it.
I'm not being dramatic when I say that this was a UFO. We had no idea what it was and it was moving really erratically. This might be our last video ever on YouTube because we're featuring a UFO. With yet another unforgettable memory made between us, it was time to part and to say goodbye just for now because there will be another time and more memories made.
Goodbye, Forrest. Good morning. All our peoples. This is the part that's the worst.
The worst part.
But, well, not your hair. The fact that you guys came out and we have to say goodbye.
Yeah, I know.
It sucks.
Good Saturday morning from Chino Valley, Arizona. We have started our big 2-day, 10-hour drive to Central California.
We've just left our friends the Harts. As we head into California, we've got 3 stops in California. We're seeing different members of the family. This is what it's all about when we're back here in the States. So we're really excited about it. Looking forward to it. And we'll take you with us on this next part of our journey as we continue in the United States and head into California, where we'll introduce you to our big kids and our grandkids. Brittany surprises me at our birthday lunch and has all our kids and grandkids in one place at one time, which is an extremely rare thing for us to have happen, and my heart is absolutely full. We'll also take you camping with us among the redwoods and so much more. We seriously cannot wait to share this next section of our adventure with you. So if you haven't yet, this is your reminder to subscribe to our channel now. Hit the bell notification icon so you get notified when the next video goes up. And if you really want to get to know us, go behind the scenes with us on our Patreon. We have a lot of fun with our growing Patreon community, and we thank all of you who have joined us there and get to see the stuff that nobody else gets to see, the live video that we put out and all that stuff. So head to the link in the description of this video. It costs you nothing to check it out, and we'd really appreciate it if you'd take a look. We hope you've enjoyed this section of our journey around the world, and we thank you for being part of it. Stay tuned for the outtakes, and until next time, we will see you in the next video.